Now, if you're like me, you're probably very excited for the return of Attack on Titan, the next part. I'm not going to say the full name because you know what, it's way too much. There are a lot of things that got left unresolved, and there's going to be just gas pedal the whole time once this next part starts, which will be tonight. So if you are going to be watching Attack on Titan tonight, here are 5 things you need to remember before you do. First of all, small thing, but Annie is back. She does try and get away from everybody, but there is no getting away from the Rumble. There's only you live or you die, and she is currently in that bubble with everybody that would let her live, but she wants to try and get back and save her father. So you see her father or her adopted father, whatever you want to call him. You see him have the vision and try and stop everybody. We actually don't even know if he's alive or dead, but he does kind of incite some type of riot after Ruby gets out of the paths, after Eren kind of announces himself to everybody and tells them his plans. I mean, you have an idea that people need to listen to what he's saying, what everybody else is saying, and I don't know if they do. Number 4, with Annie back, the only way anybody can get out of this alive is if they work together. Now, realistically, they don't need to, because they are not in harm's way, but obviously they want to stop Eren. They need to stop Eren if they want to save the rest of the world. So now you have Marley and you have Parody coming together. So Reiner, Annie, McGath. Gath is gone, but he risks his life to let them leave and died with Keith Shadis. So Peak as well is with them. So that whole crew is together now trying to figure out a way to somehow stop Eren. And I remember one of the last things Annie had said to Mikasa is, you know, can you kill Eren if you need to? Because that is on the table very obviously. If Eren's not already just a husk because of his head getting exploded. So number 3, because they're all working together, they also have possession of the airboat thing that we really don't even know what it is yet. We haven't properly seen it. We haven't seen it in use, but we know that they have it. So hopefully it works, and that is something that can get them to Eren, because Eren obviously is a monstrosity. That dude is huge. There is no other way to get to him without that, basically. So with that in their possession, they can hopefully use that to get on top of him and transform there and hopefully find a way to get to him, or however it's going to unfold, you know? Number 2, that is a big one in my opinion. In the episode where Zeke screams, "Let's loose all the Titans in Shiganshina again," for like the 3rd time, Titans all in Shiganshina. When Zeke does this, he kills Colt because Colt is hugging onto his brother, and Falco obviously turns into a Titan as well. He has just enough of that wine that was what poisoned everybody, basically had everybody turn. He had enough of it to turn into a Titan. But the homie Porco went out like a champion and sacrificed himself, so Reiner, the one who wants to die, wouldn't die. So he sacrificed himself, so technically now Falco is the Jaws Titan. But as we've seen before, on many occasions, when you first turn into a Titan, you do not have control of that Titan immediately. There are very rare cases where somebody will. They showed that Bertoldo, he originally had full control immediately. And you kind of need to if you're going to be the Colossal Titan. Armin, he had time to train, he had time to figure it all out, which this is like 4.5. Armin is also still the Colossal Titan. That's not new for the whole season, but it's relatively new. It's but with Falco being a shifter that isn't really in full control, that could be a huge issue for them later if they need to use him for something. Because at the time of them using him at the dock, he only did it because he could tell that people were in danger, but he almost caused more problems for doing it. So in the future, I can almost imagine they're probably going to try and sideline him a little bit, but something's going to push him to do it again. It's just going to be a matter of time whether or not he's actually going to be in control or not. And finally, the big one, and the obvious one. Zeke is with Aaron, and Aaron took over in paths. Zeke is just there. He's along for the ride now. I don't know to what extent. I haven't read the manga, so I have no idea. But all I know is that they are together. They are kind of probably stuck together. Just from the trailer, it seemed like he's on top of him, but I don't know if he's just like with him or if they're like infused because they were so close. Because, you know, with Falco and his brother, they didn't, you know, fuse together because he burned him to a crisp. But with the way, you know, Aaron's founding Titan works, it might be that they're just together. It seems like it is in the trailer, so I'm gonna assume that that is what's going on. And Aaron is on a warpath. He is going to kill everyone. It's not even a question. He is trying to kill everyone. That last 4-5 minutes of the last episode that was released was just the showcasing his destructive power, commanding all these colossal titans, and just the sheer heat coming off of everything. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. I don't understand how it works, but with all that like body heat and then so many giant bodies, it makes sense. I don't know what's coming off of him. I don't think there is anything coming off of him, but either way, the just sheer size of him and everything else, his literal walking wall, there's no way that anything in his way isn't going to die, so I can imagine it's going to be very brutal. Hopefully now that catches you up completely for the most part. There are little things here and there, but once you guys get back into the episode, I'm sure there'll be a little mini recap, and what I've said and what they show you will hopefully help. So I'll catch you guys next time. I'm going to be watching this soon, hopefully. Once the episode's coming out, I'm going to put them on the channel as well, so please like, subscribe, stick around so we can watch it together, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Hope this helped.